Peace, y'all. It's your man, Dave. You may have heard me alongside my brother Quest on the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. We're still going strong, and now it's time to take it up a notch. This is the Grown and Married program with my co-host, my rib, the queen of my castle, the queen of my life, Simone Harris. We've been friends for almost 30 years and married for almost 20. So we know a thing or two about making marriage and relationships work if you're willing to make it work. So gather around, y'all. Share this with your spouses, your friends, your frenemies, and yes, even your enemies. And let's make marriages phenomenal together. Queen Simone, I know you're ready. I know you're set. So let's go. Hello, 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 hello. This is L. David Harris. I am your host, and welcome to the Grown and Married program. Today, we're going to do something different because my dear wife is not feeling well. Her vocal cords aren't functioning as they ought to because of some seasonal allergy issues. So today, we're going to do something different and air an episode from our sister program, Marriage Ain't for Suckers, a classic episode with yours truly and Quest. And so you will still be edified. It just won't be the way that you're accustomed. So stand by and you will have the blessing of listening to that program with yours truly and Quest. Just pray for Simone. She's doing okay, but it's just not really conducive for radio. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll see you on the next go. All right. Hold fast.
Oh, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast, or my man D likes to say program.
Yes.
Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. Yes, indeed, man. Shouts out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to, like I said, another edition, man. D, it is always an honor, privilege, blessing, you know what I'm saying, to be, you know what I'm saying, just doing what we do, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
In this environment. So, yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Out to you. What's that we looking at, bro?
Yeah, we're looking at for the people who are on iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and all of the other outlets. Okay. We're showing the people on Facebook Live and YouTube Live the studio background.
Okay,
that's driving the audio and all of that good stuff. So just wanted to give them a quick peek in all of that.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
no
man.
doubt.
So that's where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little over the top. We didn't need all that, but hey.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man.
You know I love that kind of stuff. So yeah. That's right up my alley.
Very nice, brother. Very nice.
Yes, indeed. So let me get into it, because when you do stuff like that, you introduce shenanigans, and I what can I say?
Yeah, and then becomes an add-on. Let's not do it.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah,
so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, let me shout out my peoples, man. Shouts out to Breathe University. Bang, bang, bang. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Yeah, right there. Yes, indeed. Let me tell you something. The marriage department, I'm proud to say that I'm the director for all marriage, concerning Breathe University, man. If you want to become a part of that community or any community, let me stop saying community, family, because that's really what it is. A family of marriages, a family of learners and learning. I don't care what it is, self-development. You want to become a public speaker, entrepreneurial endeavors. Mm-hmm. However, if you want to go to the next level, this is the place that you definitely need to be in. For more information, please do visit www.breatheuniversity.com. Just a reminder that, the last conference of the year, the last Stay Ready, will be in Los Angeles, California, November 12th. And if you want tickets and want to be in the building, etinspires.com/events.
That's what's up. LA, stand up.
Stand up, West Side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's do this last bit of business. Today's program is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/marriage. With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And today, Quest, guess what?
Come on, give me the book of the day.
We're offering a book, right? But it's not the only book. You can pick a book, whatever book is your benefit, that would benefit you. I think I'm going to do two.
pick one of these or something else. Here it is. The first one by Dr. James Dobson, The New Strong-Willed Child. Because, of course, many of our listeners have children, and many of our listeners are pulling their hair out trying to figure out how to work with their strong-willed children. And so that's a good one.
I just want to know if he wrote the book for Nico. Did he write that for Nico?
I think Nico signed it, actually, because, Nico took over. Yeah. So that's a good one. An incredible one, actually. Look at him. Big smiley face.
Yeah, this dude right here.
Yeah, man. And listen, Josiah and Nico are the same boy. So yeah, it's a good book. And one more. Let's go with Every Man's Battle by Steve Arterburn and the people from what is it? New Life Live. I love that psycho stuff. Psycho stuff. I am actually going to get my card pulled because I said psycho. I really do have a psychology background. I should not have. I was going to say psychobabble, but anyway, Every Man's Battle, Steve Arterburn, and The New Strong-Willed Child by Dr. James Dobson. And looks like Isaiah's getting it all wrong again. Isaiah, I need to just give you some sensitivity training, sir. Nico is taking Taekwondo.
Yeah,
Taekwondo is Korean.
Oh,
I'm really not saying that to you. I'm really being passive aggressive toward Quest because Quest always says karate. Karate is not Korean. It's a martial art from a total different country, namely either Japan or Okinawa. Yeah. All right. Really, like I said, I'm being passive aggressive towards Quest.
Oh, yeah. It's all the same thing to me. And
Hey, pause. All right. So let's get into it. We are live. Let's get into it. And so after Quest finished drinking his water, and I'm proud of you, Quest. That's not designer water today.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Water. That's good water, man. I like it.
That's what we're doing? Yeah, Deer Park.
No, that's water. That's good water. Yeah. And y'all have to pay us for that one. That was actually
that was free.
Free.
That was for free.
But next time.
I'm a Perrier fan, so you know how.
See, you shouldn't have done. Let's move into the topic now because the shenanigans have begun. So what are we talking about today, homeboy?
Oh, come on, man. I love this topic too, D.
I know you do.
I love it, man. Uneven exchange when givers and takers collide.
Oh my, that sounds dramatic, bro.
Yeah, when givers and takers collide. And I'm blown, D, because for real, what I realize is that there are givers and takers in every relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you hear that, what you really want to do is you want to be both, if anything. And you want to lead more to your giving side than you do your taking side.
Okay.
If I was to get real biblical, if I was to get, real spiritual about it, the word declares that, it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. And what I've realized in a lot of relationships, and even in relationships now, your relationships might be, shaky to good, good to great, but somewhere in there. And I think it just has something to do with who we naturally are and finding ways, D, how to change who we naturally are. When I'm looking at Nico, and I think it stems from just like for real, being born in sin and shaping in iniquity, as it says, because if you look at, selfishness, really and truly, you want to be very careful of selfishness because that's how we really got into this sin thing from the jump.
Yeah. Yeah. We're born that way.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But even before that, the father's selfishness is, that's really how this whole thing started. And when I look at Nico don't care nothing about me and Faith's relationship. Neither does Mason.
Nah,
they don't care nothing about our relationship. He just want what he want when he want it.
Yeah.
And it's my job to check it. And here's the funny thing though. Some of us going through life, we've only had our selfishness checked to an extent. And we got older And along with us growing, our selfishness grew as well.
Yes.
And it came a little bit more mature, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so in our relationships, we spend a lot more time taking from the relationship than we do giving.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are a taker, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you are literally tearing down your relationship with your own two hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody that's a taker in a relationship, even if the other person is a giver, there's a breaking point. And at some point, what I realized with takers 2D is that they take and take and take until they suck you dry to the point you don't have nothing left to give. And then they on to the next person.
Well, some people may think it's a matter of semantics, but receiving and taking are two totally different things.
Oh, no doubt.
You and I grew up literally in the same area, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the time when New York City was the murder capital of the U.S.
Wow.
And listen, man, when those guys would run up on you and say, run your fill in the blank, they were taking. Run that. They were taking. That's not the same as if you were being kind enough to give something to someone and they received it. I received that, Quest. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So taking is like strong arm robbery. That's a total different draining. That's a total different flow. So just wanted to drop that in there.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm saying taking in the sense that, you're always on the receiving end. Somebody's always giving something to you, and you're not giving anything back in return.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's an absence of gratitude, if you will. And I'm not saying that you're not thankful that you're getting it, but like, for real, it's
thankful.
It's
that sounds so noble.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And I'm noticing that when you have somebody in a relationship like that, that relationship can't stand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's as though, like the word says, you built a house on sand and the storms are coming. And because you're so used to taking, you have this spirit of entitlement. You know how many marriages, how many wives I've spoken to who, husband taking them for granted. They just taking. How many husbands I've spoken to, wives just taking them for granted. They just taking. And like, for real, it's getting to the point now where they're exhausted.
Yeah.
They're tired. You're taking from them, monetarily. You're taking from them emotionally. You're taking from them mentally, spiritually.
Right.
And you're not giving anything back. You're not. And what I've noticed about relationship, D, is that it's a living thing. And any living thing that you have to feed it. I don't care what it is. And if you don't feed it, then it will die.
Will die. And it's like when we were talking about this, conceptualizing for this week, one of the things that came up was that we're not married to ourselves. There's somebody else.
That's what we're doing.
And that somebody else is, and if we're going spiritual with it, that other person should be preferable to ourselves in our own perspective. And so, it's a big deal, man. And it's a blessing to be able to give to our families. Yeah.
And not to mention, we don't have a lot of time. Man, let me tell you something. I was speaking to somebody yesterday, and he was speaking to a situation with his family. And this is not a husband-wife type thing. This is just like a relationship between it's a step parent and him as an adult now. You know what I'm saying? And he was just explaining to me, that, it's one of them situations where the parents are getting older and they looking for my man to call and do all of these different things now that they're getting older. And now he's just like, yo, it wasn't like this before. Now they putting expectations on him to keep in touch and do all of this other stuff. And he is like, yo, no disrespect, but, and I'm not saying that I won't do it, but he says it's such a stressor now because I'm just like, yo, in the years of opportunity, when you had to invest in the relationship, now we hear, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to take from stuff that you never invested in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They made sure all his needs were taken care of in terms of monetary things like roof and all, but in terms of relationship,
right?
Like, You know what I'm saying? And now he's seeking it. Like, I think, either his stepmoms or his father is like seeking it now. And he was just like, yo, they want me to call now, keep in touch now. And they never really invest. Well, of course his father did, but his stepmom's never really invested in him in terms of, you know what I'm saying? And now she's wanting him, why he don't never call and why he don't do this. And I'm sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? I can see where he's coming from. And of course he's going to do it regardless of, because he's just trying to operate with the love of Christ really and truly.
Of course. Right.
But at the end of the day, like you and I guess I'm saying all of these things to say that, like, for real, you can't take away from something that you have not invested in. Right. And I think in some of our relationships or some of our marriages, because you've taken so much, you got NSF fees all over the place because you've taken stuff that you never invested in.
Yeah. And to invest is, you have a reasonable expectation of return. And so if I'm constantly drawing on the bank, at some point, like you said, I'm going to get some overdraft fees. And if that's my marriage, and I'm a man in this case, then what does an overdraft fee look like in my wife? How is she emotionally now? Because I've been always drawing and not often investing. How is she spiritually if I'm always drawing and seldom investing? How is she when it comes to her being a wonderful mother if I'm always drawing, and not investing? So there are things that we all need. We all need, improvement on, but some people, it's almost like an epidemic in some people's lives where they just don't understand what it means to give.
So let's speak to that real quick, because that's what relationship is. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it being relationship.
Yeah, exactly. You get in, there are people getting into relationship and they don't really understand the fullness of what this is.
Right.
Relationship it is not and never was an institution. Let's speak specifically to marriage. Marriage never wasn't and never was an institution that you look for somebody else to give you stuff or to make you happy. Although that is the general consensus. Well, it might be a little bit different now, but that at a point in time, if it's, still isn't a general consensus that you get into a relationship and the mindset is, can this person make me happy?
Right. That's sort of the first thought for some people.
Yeah. And really what it should be is, what can I do to make you happy?
Yeah.
What can I do to enhance your life? What can I give to you? How can I serve you? You know what I'm saying? That really and truly should be the first. So let's talk a little bit about the ways that we take from relationships. I remember one situation, and I had a conversation with a friend this week, and he knew, like he identified it immediately. And he was just like, man, I have not been in a vulnerable state, with my spouse. My anger is getting out of control. You know what I'm saying? And it's becoming an emotional drain on my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess it speaks to the same contrast, if you will, between chargers and drainers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he was just like, yo, I need to find somebody to talk with concerning this thing. And so a lot of the times we think that, taking from a relationship, most of the time it's, you know what I'm saying, time or money, but there are many different ways you take from the relationship emotionally.
Yeah.
And you thinking that that the issue that you're having as a spouse, a difficulty that you're having that don't have nothing to do with your wife, it only got to do with you and you dealing with it. But they see you walking around the house with this attitude, with this certain countenance on you, and you pulling from the relationship. And you call it like you ever heard people say, if daddy mad, the whole house mad, or if mommy mad, the whole house mad.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. And you draining the members of your house. Then your spouse is coming to you because they know or they see that something is wrong.
Yeah.
And they trying to find out what it is that's wrong, but you stonewalling them like, no, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, you're taking.
Yeah.
You're taking.
Right. Not giving your wife an opportunity to make an investment into you. So she feels like she has to drag it out of you because now you look like you don't trust her. No, not you don't look like it. You're demonstrating that you don't trust her. Don't trust her insight. Don't trust her compassion. Don't trust her desire to nurture, and stripping her of her blessing to give. Because now she can't give. Like sometimes people like Quest, let's just say, somebody goes out like you and me. We go out. We like, yo, I haven't seen you in a little while. What's up? Let's just go out and kick it. Right. So we go out to have lunch. And you say, you know what? I got it. When the bill comes, you say, I got it. And then I say, nah, man, I can't let you do that. Yeah. It sounds noble. Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah. But what I've done in that moment is taken from you the blessing to give. Yeah. Because I'm saying, no, Quest, I'm not going to allow you to be generous. I'm not going to allow you to receive whatever happens, the joy that you get when you're able to give, because I want to insert myself here. So we need to give each other the privilege of in our marriages to give.
Yeah, and not only that, D, in that same situation, there's a balance to that.
Yes.
Because if the next time comes again, and you paying again, and the next time comes again, and you paying again, and the next time comes again, and you paying again, it gets to the point now. Unless you know what I'm saying, like unless where we are is two different places, you know what I'm saying, like for real. Now I'm taking from you and not giving to you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so now the next time that rolls around, I'm like, okay, you would extend the same opportunity to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I got it this time. No, last time you had it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know
now
what
that's
I'm saying?
Different. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real. So there's a balance in it. And that's why I'm saying like just as much as you take, you should give, if not more.
That's right. I have some friends. Okay, I'm going to say who they are. I'm putting them on blast. So my friend Justin, you know him. What am I saying, my friend? We all grew up together.
No doubt.
Yeah, so, okay, so Justin, my brother Reed, and Mrs. Reed. So I visited them years ago. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that his wife, Adrian, said, it was something like I'm in their kitchen. We're about to have dinner, and there's a ton of us there. I mean, just their family and ours, and there was a good number of people. Yeah, shouts out to Adrian. Yeah. And she said something like, I love to serve him. Ooh. And dude, that actually gave me sort of brain freeze. Ooh. And she wasn't saying serve him food. It just happened that we were about to eat or whatever. But she said something like, I love to serve him. And I could see in her countenance, that's the space behind your face, the parts you can't hide. Right, yeah. I could see in her countenance that, dude, she was as serious as it comes, man. And then Justin said something else. I can't even remember what he said. It was equally beautiful, but I was just so taken aback by her manifesting her pleasure and loving him in whatever way that is. I don't know what they do, what that means, but I knew it was sweet just hearing that little bit. Yeah. No doubt. So big up to the Reeds, man.
Oh, shouts out to the Reed family. And it's whatever his response was, I'm sure it was equal to, you know what I'm saying?
It definitely was. I was just so blown away that I heard his thanks. I heard his, sort of reciprocal feeling, but I just got stuck on what she said and the way she said, and it was completely sort of out of context. Like it had nothing to do with anything that we were doing or talking about. It was just like, yeah, the basketball game is on. I just love serving him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what? Yeah. Yeah. How good is that?
Yeah. And I'm saying that's really what makes the whole thing work. It is the balance of giving and taking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for real. And here's the funny thing. What we forget, sometimes is that when you, oh man, hold
on. Yeah, you forgot the cough button. Forgot you had that.
I forgot I had the cough button.
Yeah, man, y'all over there changing seasons, so it just sneaks up on you. I see.
Oh man, I'm telling you, D.
Yeah.
So what I was speaking to was, man, I lost my train of thought just now, D.
You just blew it out.
Oh man, I just sneezed it right on out. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that, it takes the giving and taking for this whole thing to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, it takes giving and taking for this whole thing to work. Now we can say like for real, you can't beat God's giving no matter how hard you try. And people relate that to, I just give and give and give, and God just keeps giving back and giving back. But at one point, do you give other people the ability or rob other people of their blessing in giving to you? Because I know people like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. No, you ain't gonna mess up my blessing. You know what I'm saying? Well, it sucks if I have an opportunity to give too, and I'm messing up your blessing. At what time do I get my blessing for giving to you as well?
Yeah, let me speak to that, bro. You can apply it to your marriages. Okay, you can do that. Y'all can do that, right? You can get this figured out. So there are people in the faith community who look all shiny, like, look at you, Quest. Got that old expensive mic, and look at that beautiful family photo behind you, bro. Isn't that sweet? Leather chair. Look at that reclining swivel chair in the studio space. Isn't that nice? Man. And yet, maybe Quest, not saying he is or isn't, I'm just saying maybe Quest is having financial issues.
Yep.
And Quest is not able, for whatever reason, to take care of his monthly responsibilities.
Come on.
And if, God forbid, Quest is proud in a negative sense, Quest is not going to speak to anybody in his brothers and sisters community. Even though Quest would help somebody else, Quest is going to keep it quiet because you know what? Quest don't want nobody to know. Quest is too proud. And I shouldn't have used Quest.
Yeah.
But too proud to say, I need a little help.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so there are many people like Larry Burkett, the late Larry Burkett from now the Crown Financial, but it used to be Christian Financial Counseling. He used to say God's people have what God's people need. And if you are willing to give other people in need, why are you so proud and disrespectful that you would not reach out for help? Can you imagine? This is deeper than normal, Quest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? That goes to what is the text, D, that says, I don't want to use hate because I'm not sure that the text says hate, but the Lord dislikes a proud or haughty spirit.
Oh, don't have a problem with the word hate, bro.
Oh, because it is okay. Is that
I'm just saying there are so many. We had a discussion the other day and today about the different things that God hates. Yeah. His hatred is not our hatred, but he hates certain things. Yeah. But it says that he resists.
Yeah.
He resists
a proud.
Yeah.
Proud spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a blessing to be able to just be vulnerable when we need something. And now you bring it into the household. Again, give our spouses the opportunity to be of help and service to us so we can, grow together. Well, I got to feel like I'm all powerful all the time. And I'm the one that has the strength to make sure everybody's fine. And,
come on.
So what impact does that have on my spouse?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Tell it.
Yeah. So that's it.
And I say all of that to say, D, like, for real, we don't have a lot of time to get this stuff together.
That's right.
And I believe that this giving and taking thing is very foundational.
Yes.
To a successful relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, do you want a successful relationship? And if you want a successful relationship, how bad do you want it? You know what I'm saying? I love the story that E tells, with the dude, the financial dude at the beach, and talking about, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, your days are numbered. All of our days are numbered.
Yeah.
And if we had time, I would go into the 3-10. But we'll do that on a different joint. But yeah, how bad do you want it?
Yeah. Yeah.
How much are you willing to give? If you're willing to take, how much more are you willing to give?
Yeah. And it's really cool. That song that you alluded to earlier, You Can't Beat God, that chorus, you can't beat God given. That's the sweet thing, like having a competition. And I mean that in a light way, having a competition at home of who can be the kindest, who can be the most generous.
Oh, yeah.
Who can be the most thoughtful. Oh, you shouldn't have. Yeah. That's a sweet spot to be in, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just like the Reeds. I love to serve him.
Yeah.
And say I love to love her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes. That's the good thing, man. So it's a blessing to be able to do it. It's a blessing to be able to experience our spouses to the fullest, because if we're only givers or only takers, then we're missing half of the pie, man. And you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I know I don't.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
You got spellbound, bro.
Why you say that?
Because you just stopped.
Oh, no. I'm looking at you at the prettiness of
That's
the
that's
boy,
my
man.
fault. That's my fault, man. I there I go. There I go again. But
I'm looking
yeah.
at the prettiness of the boy.
Like Quest always says, man, y'all stay focused.
Yeah.
And, thanks for enjoying
Please
this
do.
with us.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the most phenomenal versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace from Dave and the queen of my castle, Simone. We got love for you, baby.